Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So, a couple of things brewing here on the 8 hour, and I just want to start with the weekly here because there's some interesting structure on the S&P 500, and I think it's not exactly the same on the DAX, but we do have sellers still trying to push price down, but they're not really getting down. So, it looks like we are kind of maintaining this channel at the moment. We've got the oscillators starting to separate, and remember when they separate like this and cross over, there's an example right here. You can see it's a pretty strong move up. So for me at the moment, this is looking like a flag. We'll look at it now in the lower time frames, but it does look like a flag. We've got a crossover of the moving averages here on the 8 hour, and that's always a pretty solid indication. I think that is your line in the sand at the moment, which we are testing, which is 12,592. You look to the left, you can see the interaction with that. Separation here of the oscillators in a channel. We've had two higher lows already, two higher highs already, so pretty well developed. And now we have what's looking like a flag, and I think you can pick it up here on the 3 hour quite clearly. There's the bottom of the flag, and there is the top of the flag. Flag channel, whichever way you want to look at it, but that to me is looking like a retracement, a messy retracement of a breakout, and the breakout we are looking for is 12,592. Look at the oscillators here on the 3 hour. Not much, well, there's diversions as well. So there's the swing low from the beginning of the week, and look where we are at the moment. So definitely diversions brewing here as well. Moving averages, I'd like them to be pointing straight up, to be honest, rather than flat like this. It's just indicating we may go into a range. But this level that we need to pay attention to is right here. We haven't tagged it yet, and unfortunately it brings us in between the moving averages on the 1 hour. So whenever you've got this kind of slow, messy pullback, it always indicates to me that there are buyers here that are holding, that aren't selling, so trying to push price down. But there are buyers that are sitting here holding, looking to add. It might just be people that are trading the history of the stock markets. That the month of October is always a strong month, and the Christmas rally and all those kind of things, and ignoring the economic noise. But it could also be something sinister, so it could also be people just sucking you in for a massive breakdown to trigger stops here, that we get a big move and a break this bigger flag, should I say this big channel here, which is essentially a flag for this move down. So yeah, you need to be cautious. You need to be very, very cautious. And I haven't had a chance to get into this market. I haven't seen anything that is indicating I need to be looking for a trade just yet. This level is interesting me, but as I said, it's between the moving averages, which is the one thing that I'm not too keen on. If we drop down to the 15-minute just to see if we can pick up something from yesterday. There was nothing yesterday. You can see there's no structure to left that we're bouncing off. We're just basically bouncing for the sake of bouncing, I think. Okay, you may have looked at this area here for an opportunity, but that is after my time frame for trading a DAX, because that would have been in the evening session. Or actually, no, that's just after the, or just before the USA session. So, yeah, I'm very cautious here. I'm not really keen to get involved in this at the moment. It's looking really messy. If anything, this level here, which is more than likely a weekly level, let's just double check that. Yeah, it is a weekly level there. You can see there's where we found resistance. We never found support on it, or resistance here. We did find support here. We did find support here. So again, we're looking for some structure here on the weekly. So everything hinges on this today, I think. If the bears are going to obviously try to get below there. So they're definitely going to try close below that today, and the bulls are going to try close above it. So that's pretty much your line in the sand. 12,592. I'm not sure I want to be buying off it or selling the break of it. So not going into the close of the week. So reading between the lines, and what I'm saying is I'm going to be quite happy with just sitting on the sides and keep my money in my pocket, not bother trying to risk anything and second guess what's going on here. It could be a bullish setup. It could also be a trap for the bull. So as far as I'm concerned, wait is probably the better scenario. I don't think I want to get involved right now. Anyway, that's kind of my view right now. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend.